This demonstration will cover the Healthfully platform from both the provider and patient perspective. We will start in the patient application, which can be used on the native apps via Android or iOS, or the responsive web app that can use any device. Patients can be invited to join or self-register as if they were a new patient. Each patient has a My To-Do section, Get Care, and My Visits. You can book care by selecting who needs care and then picking from a list of configurable options, whether it's office, video, urgent, and then select the service that is needed. Once you select the service, you will be displayed with configurable lists of free text reasons or appointment types to choose from. A patient will then complete that process, complete their registration, and then be presented with a list of available providers, unless we configure the next in line, where they'll be brought into a waiting room after they pay for their visit. When picking a visit, patients will be able to see information regarding the visit, including consent forms that need to be completed, payment amounts, and then they can confirm that visit. We have pre-visit form capability, whether it's a signed form all the way through to free text, multi-select, and algorithm-based scorecards. These forms can be sent into electronic medical records or be stored within the Healthfully system. We can also trigger events based on the answers that are selected in these forms if you're looking to do chronic disease management. Virtual visits are hosted directly on the platform, where patients can view details regarding the visit, complete their consent forms, and pay for a visit prior to it beginning. Payments are completed through our PCI-compliant payment vendor, and patients receive receipts and have the ability to vault cards as well once they complete their payment. We can mandate consent forms that need to be completed prior to a visit starting, and we can allow the virtual visit users to invite guests, join via a direct web link, and do whatever they need to within the virtual visit itself. That includes turning microphone on and off, turning video on and off, switching camera, and inviting a guest. We have an integrated patient portal that can receive data from various health information records and display it back to the patient. The platform also has secure messaging where patients can communicate with providers before and after their visit to follow up with questions regarding prescriptions, the visit they had, payment, etc., in order to provide a cohesive visit for the consumer. Providers and office staff use what is called the Practice Workspace, which is a configurable system that allows us to use inbox tasks to trigger events for providers to review. There's an on-platform calendar that allows providers to control their schedule, as well as schedule admins to control the calendars for an entire practice. It is simple to create availability, which can be used for scheduled visits or to put you in the queue for next available provider. These can be recurring, custom, color-coded, have end dates, and do whatever is needed to give the providers the flexibility that they need to configure their calendars. The dashboard allows them to see all of their upcoming visits for the current day, including joining and starting a virtual visit. They can review details about the patient prior to the visit, see if they've paid, completed their consents, and then join the virtual visit itself. You have the ability, just as the patient, to turn your microphone on and off, turn your camera on and off, invite a guest, and you can minimize the screen and go into the patient's profile, whether it's to review health information, see any messages that have been sent, forms that have been completed, or to log any notes within the Healthfully system. Providers have the ability to quickly message back and forth with the patient, whether that is sending text, attachments, photos, videos, whatever type of communication needs to go back and forth with a patient can be done through our secure messaging platform. Healthfully's Practice Workspace, whether a standalone product or integrated with an EMR, has all of the tools required to facilitate your day-to-day virtual visit and or in-office visit experience.